And we're live. Welcome back to another Corona Geek here where we talk all about mobile app development using Corona SDK. I'm your host, Charles McKeever, and today we're joined by a brain trust of developers. It's doing the dog thing. What? I could heard a high-pitched noise. Joining us is Ed Marina from roaminggamer.com. Hey, Ed.
Hola. Hey.
Also joining us is Chris Byerly from Coronium.io. or various other properties. And also joining us is Sergey from Russia at, Sergey, what is it? Is it plural or is it singular? Spiral Code Studio. SpiralCodeStudio.com?
Yes, that's right. Spiral Code Studio.
I always want to make it plural because you do so many things.
It's just one studio.
Yeah.
It's just my room.
You're always working in the middle of the night and, you know, all these
No,
different...
I quit this habit. It's not healthy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you should quit that habit. Okay. Well, let's see. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today, so let's get right down to it. First of all, if you didn't already, go back and watch Corona Geek 140. That is where we added memory matching logic to our memory matching game. We did a whole series where we covered how to create a memory matching game. We looked at creating game cards, flipping those cards. Somebody's blinking. Is that me? Blinging. We looked at arranging cards in a grid pattern, and also we added that memory matching logic so that the cards would you could actually click a card and find a corresponding card that matches and make everything work. So if you haven't checked that out, go do so. There's also a summary blog post over at coronalabs.com where you can find links to everything, or you can just go to youtube.com/coronageek where we have all the past Corona Geeks, and there's lots of good stuff there as well. We have links to all the show notes that you can find on the Corona Labs site, so go check that out. Today we're going to talk about puzzle pieces. We're going to talk about, if you've ever been, I put this out on social media, if you've ever been puzzled by puzzles, today is going to be a good day for you because we're going to talk about how to create the puzzle pieces, and we're also going to, Ed, are we going to show how to match them so that they interlock, or are we just going to arrange them? I'm not sure if I was clear.
We are going to talk about how you generate the pieces themselves, the shapes, and we're going to talk about the logic that goes with the matching. I can show some code, absolutely, but I think if I just describe it, most people instantly understand how it works. Okay. So why don't we play it by, by ear, and if we need to look at the code, we can do that.
Okay, well that's going to be the gist of it. So if you ever kind of looked at one of those games and scratched your head and said, how do they do that? That's really what we're going to get after. So this isn't going to be an end-to-end discussion where we break down every little piece and then show the screens and all the finished, polished, publishable app. It's going to be more about the mechanics. How does that one piece of the game work? And then from there, you can put on your own scenes. You can do your own polish, and then you can put it out into the store. So we just want to hit just the core stuff. So Barry Swan is joining us today as well. Look at that, Barry. You are in full HD color. Yeah, what is that? Is that like a real background? What are you doing there?
Well, I'm with my colleague in Norway, and if you can see, he's almost as Lego mad as I am. So,
I know, it looked like I thought you had a cityscape in the background. Now I just see it's all Legos. That's pretty great. Well, thanks for joining us. Yeah. What do you guys do? What are you doing there on your travels?
Well, looking out over the rain at the moment. I mean, there's not a lot to do. Just catching up. It's just good to visit and see him, and I get to see my family and do some other stuff. Visit some events in other countries. It's all good.
Okay, so nothing particularly work related, but and that's the kind of the laptop lifestyle, right? You can take your work anywhere you want with you.
Well, actually, I came to pick up a new laptop. This is what I'm working on. As Lurg pointed out, I've got a webcam now. It's amazing, the technology these days.
Yeah.
So, I got a question for you, Barry. You work mobily on your laptop. How does that work out for you as far as like ergonomics, and do you feel like that constrains you in any way?
Well, what I was doing before is I would work on a Mac, on a desktop, and then I would travel on the PC laptop. And actually, I must admit, I don't like doing Corona on a PC laptop, so that was causing me problems. just keyboard shortcuts are different, things are different. But I'm having to reevaluate that now because this laptop in particular, I mean, it's a MacBook Pro, so it's nice, but it's got a Norwegian keyboard.
Oh my goodness.
And that I've dealt with various Spanish ones in the past, but this is just a nightmare. And it's got some really bizarre keyboards, and this is obviously an Apple choice. So like all of the brackets, I've got 8 and 9, Shift 8 and 9 for open and close brackets. It's Alt 8 and 9 for square brackets, and it's Alt Shift 8 and 9 for squiggly brackets.
Oh yeah, I can't deal with that.
That makes doing JSON and tables and stuff a bit of a pain. So expect typing mistakes in the chat window.
That's a good early excuse. You could use it for blog posts too.
It's all a punctuation. It's horrible. But apart from that, it's not too bad. I mean, the idea of traveling around, I'm not the kind of person that is happy sitting down and, let's say, working an hour in an airport or something. I like to be comfortable when I work. But a laptop is actually fine, really.
I tend to just pull the laptop out and work wherever I am. So
yeah,
I have
the because I'm so trained to use 2 monitors and the whole thing.
Yeah. You have a special configuration though, Ed.
Oh yeah, special.
Special. We should do that. We should do an office series where everybody takes a picture of their workspace.
Everybody likes to do that. Yeah,
I love those things.
You saw one of those.
Yeah, I love those things.
I just plug my MacBook into a big monitor and use a separate keyboard and mouse, and then I can grab the laptop when I need to leave. But if not, I got a desktop set up.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I don't know if you guys have seen the Surface 3s. Those are pretty interesting looking. Not nearly as expensive as the Surface Pro or Surface 3 Pro 3 or whatever. $500 starting at.
You run Corona on
it's a full
PC.
Yeah, it's a full PC. So I mean, you can run everything on. Yeah. The early days of Surface were they had RT and all those other business, but now it's a full computer. Especially 3 just came out and it's running Windows 8.1, and they said when Windows 10 comes out, everybody will get a free upgrade. So
I mean, they're comparing that to the MacBook, I think, aren't they?
They're really going head to head with that and trying to do something there. And it's a very compelling argument because you can do a lot of things on it that you can't do on the MacBook. Now, I have a MacBook Air and I love it, and I won't trade it in for anything. But the Surface definitely has my attention because you can draw on it, you can do a lot of things on it. So
yeah, I've been looking at it too.
Yeah.
Just I don't know.
And especially for $500, I mean it's you can put that in your bag next to whatever else you have. So.
And next to whatever else I have. Let's see here.
Right, and and it's only and it's actually lighter than I think it's lighter than the MacBook Air. So in terms of portability, it's kind of interesting.